Well, hello everybody.
Hello, fellow troublemakers.
Apparently we have no viewers.
Oh,
YouTube's
Nobody's
interesting.
kinda,
watching.
yeah, that's what I was telling y'all back here. YouTube's kind of acting weird today. It's not really showing numbers. So
Yeah, my screen is weird.
Well, this is odd because mine looks normal, except that
No.
it's zero
Not in
view.
here, but if I go to YouTube where I could talk, it's weird.
what's it say in the chat, y'all?
It says 35 in
Yep. The chat it says back here. It don't say. It was doing this to some other people that were live earlier today. So YouTube's broke, but it doesn't matter.
Why are you asking chat? We have no chat. There are zero viewers.
No, we do. There's people in
Put a
the chat.
one. Put a one in the
Hey,
chat if you
Susan.
exist.
Hi, cracking asses.
Hey, Soup. Hey,
Hey,
Well,
Reese.
we must have somebody in here because we've got a new member.
Oh,
We've
yes.
got a new member.
Linda D.
Linda
welcome to
D.
membership. Welcome, Linda D.
Let me play you something before we get too into stuff. And you know how we get behind on these things?
Mhm.
You're a jerk. You're a jerk.
Thank you.
Welcome, Linda.
And the notification just went out. So
Yeah, I was about to say the notification just went out, so bear with us. YouTube, I don't like when y'all trying to do an update again. Leave shit alone, YouTube.
I wish they would. It's the same with Discord. It's like your heart sinks. New update. Oh, Lord. Now what have
what are they going to
broken?
break?
It is exactly like when you go into the supermarket and go to pick up your favorite food item and it's got new and improved on the label. Just your heart sinks. Just leave things alone.
Right?
It does. I hate an update when everything. It looks like the chat's moving now. I hate seeing that number 0. I've got to put tape over it.
They're freaking out.
Well, we'll just
Hey,
go
ladies,
with it.
shut up.
Yeah.
We'll pretend that we're just talking amongst ourselves and nobody's watching. It could get scandalous.
Uh-oh. We might get ourselves in a
This is
little
when we have the
trouble.
best talks. This is when it goes. Yeah, you're right.
Unfiltered. The jerk's unfiltered. Watch out.
No holding back
Not-
anymore. Soup's
just
about
find
ready
out.
to explode.
Well, we're going to talk about the situation between Cher and Cotton Candy Boobz. They've had a fallout, mostly surrounding the issue of the missing Sebastian Rogers and who sides with which parent. You know, the usual routine. Pick your fighter bullshit that we've seen increasingly in this sector.
Uh-huh.
But part of the problem is that in playing it, there is so much dead air that it would be such a pain to get to timestamps. You'd have to cut out so much and keep skipping. But we decided that we're going to talk around it. We'll drop the link. So if you really desperately do want to go and listen to it for yourself. But essentially, there's not a lot in there.
No.
That is new, which is the whole point. You know, she presented this as if she was revealing some great secret that the vast majority of YouTube didn't already know.
All the tea she spilled was like stuff we already heard about and everybody's talked about. Like long time ago.
The tea was so cold it was iced tea.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. Even though the fallout, not saying that's great, but I didn't even know what happened. When you think of Cotton Candy, Boobz, and Cher, you think, damn, they call themselves sis. So it was a fallout. So someone had sent me the live, and I'm trying to follow along. There was 30 minutes of silence. Like, I don't know if she was having technical issues or forgot she was live. Sorry, Cotton Candy. But that annoys me when people do that. I can't stand dead air. So it's really hard to, like Pearl said, find particular spots to start at and stop at and give commentary. But they had fallen out, and from what I could gather, it was over. I guess Cotton Candy is upset with Cher for going after the parents of Sebastian Rogers. I'm not sure which parents she went after.
Right.
She
It
must
would
be going after
appear.
the wrong parent.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would appear from what I gather that Cher doesn't have any criticism of Seth, and Cotton Candy Boobs sort of doesn't like the fact that it's all criticism of the couple, rather than having issues with all three, because they've all created drama in one way or another. But it seems to me that was just the excuse. Listening to her, it was obvious that there were lots of other issues bubbling underneath, and this was just like, this was the thing that popped the boil, the straw that broke the camel's back. It was the last thing, but not necessarily the most significant thing.
Right.
Of course, she's decided that what she's going to do now is go over to Tiffany's, which again is a classic case of jumping out of the fire frying pan into the fire.
I'm like that today too.
You haven't quite decided that you were walked over enough in one place, so you decided that you would go and get walked on in another. Good luck to you. You need it.
Yeah.
But it seemed to, from what she said, there was a whole load of issues with her sending gifts that she was never thanked for. Didn't even get a Christmas card. All the little petty things that build up.
Oh yeah.
The sort of the cognitive dissonance between this person who always calls her sis, but then doesn't thank her for anything. She also said that Cher was always complaining that she couldn't go live because she got a terrible headache that could only be cured by weed. And a lot of people suffer from that headache. But of course, she didn't have the money to get the weed. There was loads of things like this. So there were ridiculous things like Cher wanted her to be a sister wife to Mark, and they had matching like kitty cat collars.
That
at
was
that
so
stage,
weird. That
I was
was weird.
thinking, this is slightly more information than anyone needs to know.
Magic
can I say
kitty
something?
collars.
Do
Can I
what?
say something?
Yeah.
I just want to say that I'm done driving home from work and I'm at home. And can I have just a minute to wash up some cat dishes and go water some flowers?
I'll kill you.
Make sure you leave yourself unmuted while you're making a whole load of noise for the 110 people who are now in the chat. I just thought I'd drop that number in for Sue.
Yeah,
because she
look.
hates being zero.
YouTube's broke today, but it looks like it's starting to work. Traders, that kind of shook me too. I don't know if she was just kind of, going there for the sake of shock, or if that was really something they talked about. Now, she did mention what?
I was just going to say, why did she have to bring Cher's kids into it?
Because that's what people do here when they're not
That's
friends.
what I disagree with. Just leave the kids alone. I know they're teenagers, but still.
Yeah, as soon as people aren't friends here anymore, they shit on you, your life, your family, your kids, everything about you. Publicly.
No, you wasn't, TJ. And she put that face. That means she's like, oh God. No, I don't agree with that. Even if they're grown, I guess.
It's weak as hell.
Yeah,
it's weak.
Yeah, just leave the kids out of it.
About trying to fix her up with her father, though, because Checking Convictions told us the same thing.
She tried to hook her up with her
Cher
dad.
was trying
Oh
to pick
yeah, that part
checking
too.
up. So this seems to be a bit of a habit.
But-
She's definitely out there looking for stepmom material, so be aware.
Oh,
what about like them being okay with this? Because that happened like a while ago, right? Being okay with it all that time and going along with it, and being besties and having matching cat collars, and
Good.
then all of a sudden it's not okay.
If
Like,
y'all buy me a matching cat collar, we'll break it up. I love y'all, but we don't need matching cat collars.
they have a fallout, and then all of a sudden this stuff is so horrible. Well, how long did you know about it and put up with it and were okay with it?
And unfortunately, and I'm not a Cher fan. Nope, never have been. She annoys my soul. Okay, and I mean it to the depths of my soul. She annoys it. But the news about her dad is really old. I'm pretty sure Cher put this out herself. at some point on her own channel. Like, I remember her sitting there holding a rat, sugar gliders. Yep.
Ages and ages ago. I thought that everybody knew this, because it was one of the big issues that I had with the putting the banner on Quinton Simon's house.
Yep.
Not only did I find that fundamentally distasteful as an idea, full stop, why are you advertising yourself and your channel on a banner on the house of a missing child who everybody presumed was dead and presumed that the mother was implicated in? It turns out that that's the way that the trial is going. She's charged. She hasn't come to trial yet, but all the action is going in that way, that the mother is the person that they hold responsible and she will go to trial. We all assumed that from everything that we'd heard. But you were so invested in the grandmother that it was like a sort of point of honor to you to have your channel banner on this house just to wind up the people who are outside, so that when they filmed themselves, your banner was in the background, and on that was your father's face.
It was so bad.
In what world is it a good idea to put someone who was
A
served
child
time
murderer.
for murdering a child on a banner on the house of a missing child who was presumed murdered? In what world did that seem a good idea to you?
That was the moment I knew that I had came to the wrong sector. When I saw that waving in the background of somebody's live, I don't even remember who. It was so chaotic. And I see Cher's face, subscribe to Voices Behind the Wall. Pretty sure I saw Mark and her dad on a banner. I thought, y'all, this is wild. This is
At some
really
point,
wild.
we need to grab the clip that Pearl made about that whole,
Voices Behind the Suspects.
Yeah, Voices Behind the Suspects. I think it might be on CJ or something. Did we move it over?
Do you want to grab it? It will get done for the music on it, unfortunately.
Well, we'll go over it. Well, if you want to grab it, I don't care.
Yeah, we can just not turn the stuff on and worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Let the music play.
That was one of Pearl's best hits.
I'll go and grab it.
Suspects.
And it's perfect for this segment. So
it actually is. And it fits to Cher because Cher loves the Suspect. Okay. It is what it is. I don't know if it has something to do with her dad, but she always had a thing for Suspects. Let's see. She says she was hot for the whole. Traders, what are you typing in the chat? I can't read that.
Traders, have you had a stroke? You're gonna have to try that again, girl.
But I'm glad
they are two different videos. One is Voices Behind the Suspects, and the other one is the one that deals with the banner being put on the house.
Both of them.
You want both of them?
Yes,
okay, let
please.
me go and get them.
They're both gold.
They are.
She says she was
that wrong
for
a power. All right, Traders, are you trolling?
No, POA. It stands for Power of Attorney.
Oh, Power of Attorney. I thought she was saying two. TJ said, "Stop trying to."
She had me sounding like that, trying to read it. No, okay. She's just smarter than us, is what it is.
Power of Attorney. All right, I think I see something back here. Oh, this is the one with the banner. Let me pull it up. Let me go back.
I got him, Traders. I've got him.
Bifocals. I got in my contacts. Okay, I'm going to pull this one up. And then we're going to get into more stuff. But this is good considering what we're talking about.
Good evening. I'm Dick Moorhead and this is Tragedy Pimps News. YouTube is certainly no stranger to questionable ideas, and this one is stranger than most. Here's our reporter, Tits McGee, with an update on a controversial publicity play that has many people asking, have YouTube true crime creators finally gone too far?
Thanks, Dick. I'm Tits McGee reporting on YouTube for Tragedy Pimps News. On YouTube, it seems that almost any skill you can film can find an audience. But more than skills and crafts, the sector of YouTube that is finding an increasing audience is the true crime community. As numerous creators find themselves covering the same cases, to largely the same audience, both the creators' personalities and how far they will go for clicks and views has become an increasingly important factor. Now a creator has upped the ante by advertising her channel on the home of a missing child. While many express shock, the creator herself seems amused and sees no issue with the use of the child's home as a billboard. Are we seeing the next stage in the symbiotic relationship between some true crime creators and the suspects in missing child cases? How will this work? Anita Mordick has more information.
While we know that the current publicity sign on a missing child's home arose from a private telephone conversation, it seems this idea could develop into a whole new marketing opportunity for YouTube true crime. Tragedy Pimps News is aware of a PR firm that already has a website under construction to formalize the publicity arrangements between suspects and their favorite YouTube creator. I spoke to public relations specialist Holden McGroin at the PR firm Kotton about his thoughts on how this arrangement might work.
Here at Kotton, we're very excited to take advantage of this new business opportunity. We envision a future where true crime creators contact us, by phone or via our website, so that we can match them with the families of missing children. Then the family can provide a site to publicize the creator's channel directly to the sector of the public that's interested in that particular tragedy. Obviously, we'll charge a premium where the family are also the main suspects. The frustrating part of all this is the way we missed the boat on some prime opportunities: the Ramsey's house, Lori Vallow's apartment, the Watts family home, and 110 Ben Hill Road. But the one thing we can guarantee is that there'll be a new opportunity tomorrow. It's very exciting. Just listen to the happy glee of the first creator to take advantage of this situation.
They were like, let's put signs that say Cher on the front lawn. So when everyone's filming, they have to see my name on their YouTube channels. Then Mark was like, oh, they should put subscribe to Voices Behind the Wall. As they're all filming their lives all day long. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
If you, just like Voices Behind the Wall, have no shame about building your channel on the back of a missing child, call us on 555-555-555. Or visit our website at www.moralityisforlosers.com. That's www.moralityisforlosers.com. We'll be waiting to match your channel with a family who put YouTube friendships ahead of their missing child.
Tragedy pimps never forget the most important thing. Where there's a missing child, there's money to be.
Now that we might just avoid getting slapped for the for the tune there. Or you're not missing anything. All you're seeing is that child chasing money and a money tree.
Right.
If you were wondering what the allusion was to the diggers going through a landfill, it was because at the very moment that Cher was making that point about how hilarious it was to have her name on that house with people filming, people were working through the landfill to find the remains of Quentin Simon, the child from the house that she was putting the banner on.
And indeed, that's where he was found.
In the landfill. Yeah.
In the landfill. Yeah.
I remember that now. That brought back a flood of memories. It really did. And she kind of put that on Mark. I don't know if Mark would have said that. Hey, gee, golly gee, Cher. You think it would be funny to put your name on a banner and send it down there? And I don't know. I mean, it's possible, but I feel like that's more of Cher's idea, and she just
I think there was a stage when I would never have believed that Mark would have said that, But then I saw him dressed as Batman, humping the Christmas tree.
Right.
And I just think that she's altered his brain chemistry.
I forgot. I saw him dressed up as Batman.
Just as that we finally got the image out of our head. Pearl puts it back in.
I had forgotten about that.
I will never forget.
Do what, Tanga?
I will never forget.
Unfortunately, yeah. I don't know. I mean, he could have said that this is a good idea. But that seems more like Cher's speed. Sometimes to me, Mark seems very cringed out by Cher's behavior, but he's just such an easygoing guy that he's just like, yeah, whatever, you know.
Yeah, the moment when one of Cher's daughters tattooed Mr. Cher on his arm, I think was the moment when I thought, it's too late.
Oh, I forgot about that too. Okay, now let's play Voices Behind the Suspects, and then we'll get into some more.
I got a new tattoo.
Yeah, Tanga, tell me about your tattoo.
I went into Jenna's today, and she decided to make me a managing moderator. So I've been bragging all day. I'm out here taking over the world. So I went and got a wrench tatted on my face this morning in honor of the occasion. I'm very excited. I know TJ's very jealous. She's been talking shit all day. I've had enough.
Tanga said she's out here ruling the world with that wrench. She's so stupid.
I am jealous. I just couldn't hardly stand it.
Is something missing from your life? Has the laughter disappeared? Maybe you can't shake the feeling that there's been a terrible mistake. No need to panic. We're here to help. Voices Behind the Suspects is an experienced YouTube crime advocate and suspect advisor. So, who are we, and what can we do for you? Well, we're not qualified legal advisors, a PR firm, or certified life coach, but we feel we can offer you the best of all three. While we may not be professionally qualified, we have what it takes to guide you through this difficult time. With our help, you'll be back twerking in the window before you can say, let's do some shots. We're the people you want by your side when you've dug yourself, or someone else, into a hole. You don't have to feel like you've burned all your bridges. Our creatives specialize in counter-narrative. We can provide you with a group of people, ready to defend you as required, with our membership around the globe. Our members are online 24/7, ready to argue, whatever their situation. The internet never sleeps. We can provide you with a new family of needy strangers. Plus personal gifts, pampering and parcels from other perfect strangers. When the argument takes to the streets, we'll stop any protest with a protest. We'll send in the clowns. Literally. We'll be right behind you, cheering you on in your escape from reality. Until the day that reality knocks at your door, and all the dancing stops. Then you're on your own. But let's not think about that. Calling all suspects. We make cases stand out. For a handout and clout. We'll watch your back if you drop our Cash App. Innocence. We're invested. Until you're arrested. Voices Behind the Suspects, here to help you. And ourselves.
Wow, what bitch made those? She's savage.
That would be Pearl. Voices Behind the Suspects. That was one of my favorites because if you were a suspect, Cher was there. Looky here. This is what you wear. This is where you go. And this is how you look on this show.
But you know what's amazing is when I made that, I never, in my wildest dreams, imagined we would get to the stage where somebody in this community would marry somebody who was a suspect. If somebody had said that to me, I'd be like, now, come on. Let's stay within the realms of possibility.
Look at Iris's comment. I thought, what's she calling us asses for? Glad your Wi-Fi back asses. She's got to be talking to Kraken. Right, Pearl. That's a really good point. I mean,
yeah, we usually call her Kraken, not asses.
I like your version.
She's new.
Glad your internet's back, you asses. Yeah, we have gotten that far that one of them has actually married a potential suspect. It's crazy. Look, yeah, it's wild. But so Cotton Candy and Cher have fallen out. They no longer call each other sis. The sis game is over, and
the cat collar is off.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Cotton Candy Boobz. I'd be careful if you have went over to Tiffany Marie's. I don't think anybody has to explain it any further. She's still a dragon, honey. It might feel warm underneath there, but that's still where you're at.
Yeah, the warmth that you're feeling is that you're just distant enough from the flames, but things can change really quickly over there.
Mm-hmm. And that's something we see a lot when there's a fallout with certain YouTubers.
Yes, except it is
Cotton Candy Boobz with a Z.
That's her real name, yeah, with a Z. And I'll
her real YouTube name, yeah.
Yeah, her real YouTube name. I don't know how you all don't know who that is. That's someone who actually went off on Bangs, crime sleuthing, and I mean, she drug her for filth. It was actually
funny. You really did. And
yeah.
That was pretty wonderful. I must admit, it was enjoyable.
It was. That was Cotton Candy did good there. And Cher was like, no. I'm like, yeah. He's actually helping you, dummy.
Hey, Kuna.
Hey, Kuna. I think it's going to go one of two ways, as these things always seem to, which is that she'll swap one nightmare cult leader for another, or she'll boomerang bitch her way back. I hope that she becomes one of the tiny percentage that does neither and actually finds her own way around here, because that would be great.
I think she might have the potential. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's got real potential. I just feel that she spent so much time propping up Cher from what she said, sort of financially and support-wise, that there's always that tendency that people fall into that role again with a new creator. You fall back into the systems that you know. I hope that isn't the case for her.
Yeah, I hope not either. Sometimes you don't need a bunch of people.
Speaking
so
of
is she good guy or no?
Later on.
What, Tanga?
I don't know,
I said,
Hazel.
speaking of boomerang bitches, we'll be talking about lip lock later on.
Oh, yes, we will.
Oh, yeah.
Lip lock, you guys, hold on. Hazel, so is she good guy or not? I don't know. I couldn't tell you, honestly. I don't know her that well. She was really close to Cher for a while. They had a falling out over, I don't know, this seems to be getting to a lot of people. The Sebastian Rogers case, and which side do you fall on? So actually,
yeah, I don't know enough about her to have an opinion about her either way.
Yeah. Hey, Tennessee.
Sorry, darling, carry on.
No, I was just saying hey to somebody. I was just saying hey.
I think the thing that got me with the whole bringing up something that I think a lot of people already know. The one thing I would say about it is it's a good reminder that Cher has got a strange relationship with criminals. not to put too fine point on it. And the way that, I mean, I know that she's sort of had swings and roundabouts with Don. Sometimes they're friends. Sometimes, you know, she flirts with him in a way that's far more than friends.
Like
Sometimes they fall out.
Yeah.
But in every situation, her sympathy far too often seems to be with the people who have got themselves involved in some real dark shit. She was so overly sympathetic to the grandmother and the mother of Quentin Simon. And a lot of people see that as a reflection of complicated feelings that she's got around the situation with her father. And I think that is probably correct.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. It seems like it may be. Yeah, she was going as far as to saying that she was going to go visit Billy Joe. She was going to go hang out with her for days. And I think people paid for that trip that she never took.
Yes, people definitely did support the idea of her going financially. And I never thought that she was going because I believe there's some complication with her ability to travel between the US and Canada. And at the stage that she was talking about it, I believe there was still COVID restrictions on travel.
Yep.
She was never planning on going. She took donations for that. She's taken donations for a wedding. Teeth. Yeah.
There's so much. I mean, Cher doesn't even try to hide it anymore. She's like, give me your money. I need new teeth. I'm going to marry this dude, Mark. Maybe. I don't know.
She wanted donations one time for Mark's birthday when she took him out to dinner. She wanted people to pay for his birthday dinner.
And they do. And they do.
She had a job now.
I don't know. I don't watch her anymore. I heard about her and Cotton Candy falling out, and I'm like, dang, they were tight. They were a package deal, just like her and Mark. And now, no.
When she came into Cher's chat, Cher would sing out her name. I mean,
oh my God, I forgot about that. Oh, Hakuna, I forgot about that too.
Oh, not the butt Oreo.
You know, the one good thing about the Nightmare Live, where we discovered about their all-day live, where they inadvertently left the live on while they were getting down to stuff in the bedroom, and we discovered that they had interesting tricks with Oreos. Was how we discovered Granny's watching?
Granny's watching.
That's
Granny's
true.
watching. Commentary on that live was hilarious. That's
And I have loved Granny ever since.
I did. I loved her. I said, I don't know her, but this shit's funny. Like, listen to her. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a diamond. It sure is.
Yeah, it was so weird, Six, that she was out alive and everybody had to watch him eat his birthday dinner. How awkward.
I've seen some awkward lives from them too.
Hey, Jenny.
Jenny, I told someone to tell you earlier. Tell Jenny I love her. She is so cute over there hollering for her cat. What's his name? Lenny? What's the cat's name? Jenny.
No, the cat's name is Jenny. Lenny is.
I recorded.
Lenny is
Pauline's cat.
Hey, Vicky. Good to see you, hon. Listen, Jenny. I still call you Colleen. I recorded that. It was so cute. She's up there going, Jenny. I was like, God.
I saw Jenny's tail. She doxed Jenny's tail.
The cat's tail?
Yep.
Well, it could have been somebody's ear.
I was just going to say that. At least it wasn't her ear.
Nope. It was the kitty's. It was the kitty's tail, and the kitty was purring. So the kitty's now like a superstar.
That is a happy little kitty, definitely. Because remember, it isn't Ginny that wants to escape. It's Lenny. Lenny is the one that can't stand Pauline.
Right. Well, we got to get that project going too. We have so many projects that we need to get going, but that's one of them.
That was a soft
Pauline and Colleen coming together.
Pauline and Colleen, look, Colleen can get on panels now. There's no stopping her. And Colleen and Pauline, which names are not my strong suit tonight.
No, but Colleen and Pauline are going to have a little, I don't know what it is.
A duo.
Just a little something for
A
everyone.
lunch date like me and my BFF Jenna.
Oh yeah, I was trying to do that and then Soup put the video on. So let's do this.
Hey, Aussie.
That's Tanga's new face tattoo, y'all.
See that wrench? This is going to her head.
That can't be Tanga, because notoriously nobody here ever shows their real face.
No, nobody.
I've heard this said so many times. It must be true. And none of us have ever appeared live on camera.
We all know Tanga has a Barbie face, not that. It's not Tanga's real. That's not your real mugshot.
I'm a tough guy now with my face tat.
Hey, no hard feelings. Thank you, Aussie True Crime. You've been a member for 9 months. Stars, you made it. Well, I hate to just really get into it, but lip locked.
But let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Lip locked. Lip locked, lip locked, lip locked. God, let me just say this real quick. I'll cue it up in a minute. Ma'am, I don't understand you at all. Again, you ain't been mentioned anywhere over here anyway. Again, you got to show out, show off, and perform. And I don't know why you brought Lolita into this. She ain't been live in a year, damn near. It's May.
She brought Lolita into it?
Yeah, she talked about the circle jerks. And 6-Up. I knew she meant us, but you know what I mean. Stop. If you look, lip lock. We did a live on you once. Just once. You got maybe a 15-minute portion in that whole live. And
Because of your comments saying that we'd been lying about things.
Yeah.
When you'd been over here and you'd seen it all.
What was that? Somebody mowing the yard. Hey, Mazza King.
I was not dragging a body, I promise. I was muted.
Well, somebody crashed a car.
Oh my God, I guess it was loud for y'all, but it was like nothing to me. I just slid my iPad over.
Oh my God, that's all that was?
On the desk, yeah. I just slid it on the desk and
I'm just relieved it wasn't somebody's car flipping over.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
I thought somebody unmuted and this ain't going to end well.
I apologize.
No, you're good. But yeah, so I don't watch Lip Lock. Somebody let us know. God almighty. She's over there performing again for the crowd. And I'm like, timestamp. We get close enough. And let me go back a little bit. Like Pearl was saying, Lip Lock likes to go into chats and subliminally mention us. She just will not come right out and say it. Just won't do it. But she does mention us quite a bit. Today she brought us up and we had nothing to even do with what she was talking about. Ma'am, I don't care where you go. I haven't cared where you've gone for a long time. I don't know about y'all, but I don't keep up with Lip Locked. We haven't had a live talking about her.
No, I unsubscribed and have let it be. Now, apparently I'm the head jerk. I had no idea, but I'm the
Nobody
head
ever
jerk.
gets it right. It's TJ.
Yeah.
Why don't they know this? And I have never, not ever, not once held over her head anything I did for them when Bob had his accident. I haven't held that over her head.
And it wasn't us that brought it up. It was Chuck Anderson in her chat.
Well, I don't know. Who the hell is that?
Who hangs out over at Purple's.
He brought it up, not us.
And now she acts like we're over there aggravating her. Girl, You aren't worth the troll.
You're really not.
You
Well,
troll
haven't
yourself
been
over there
mentioned.
with the show tunes.
Right. You haven't been mentioned over here. We'll see you because we go to John Davis, True Crime. We see you over there. You try to throw subliminals. We don't bite. Me and Pearl will usually go over and listen to John Davis. You try it there. You don't get anywhere. I mean, why don't you just come out and say what you want to say instead of performing all the time? It's weird.
I have addressed you directly twice, months and months ago, admittedly. Once in reply to a comment about how you've been lied to by us that was left under one of Ziggy's lives, and once directly in your chat, and you chose to avoid both. So don't tell me that this is anything you've ever spoken to us about directly. I've attempted to speak to you. I don't believe in all the subliminal bullshit. If you've got something to say to me, just say it.
I've never lied to
a link here
Lip Lock
tonight because Pearl made sure of that before the show.
What?
That Lip Lock is welcome to a link here tonight.
Again, you're welcome to a link again, like the first time, and it won't be all of us. I can drop down. You can talk to him, but you just keep reaching for this, and nothing's happening. But look, every time you perform, I'm going to do this. Every time you try to put on, because I see you, Lip Lock, you're performing. I don't believe you mean anything you say. You see the people in your chat, and you're like, I got a crowd now. I'm going to put on a show. Watch this. Nothing's happening for you to even act the way you're acting or say the things you're saying. That's why I never believe you when you say them. I don't think it's coming from anything that you really feel down in your soul, except maybe one thing. I've been thinking about this. Is you know that people are telling you the truth when they say that you're a coward when it comes to calling out Ziggy. You can't do it. You ain't got the guts, the grit, nor the backbone to do it. It ain't in you. So you try to use other things to make it look like we've done something to you. Nothing's been done to you.
Yeah, just call it. Make her little
You
sly
love,
ass
you
remarks
love a
in
spoiled.
chats.
Sorry, darling, carry on.
I said she prefers to make her little sly ass remarks in chats, and we've tried so hard to continue respecting her, and she's made it impossible. Go ahead.
She has literally made it impossible for me to continue to respect her. I could even tolerate the whole sort of, okay, you've got an affection for this absolute poisonous being masquerading as your cute, funny little fake granddaughter, whatever you want to call her. She's your weak spot. If that's true, I don't have a problem with that, but own it. Just turn around and tell the truth, which is when it came down to the facts, you didn't really care about the facts. You cared about the fact that you liked Ziggy and you wanted to be in a chat, and you're fully entitled to do that. But why you then had to make it so that everything that we'd said wasn't true, that we are relentlessly negative, that we're boring, all these things. You're entitled to your opinion. You're not entitled to your own facts. Are we actually going to play any of this live? Because I was going to make a point about the shoes, but I'll wait until we actually get there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to. It's fair use. This is for educational purposes. Now,
y'all need to see this.
Yeah. Every time you do this, I can do it. We can do it. I swear, I got a channel of my own, Lip Lock. I will do this.
She doesn't want to be our friend because we're friends with 6. Well, bitch, walk until there's holes in your shoes. I don't give a fuck. See you later.
Don't care. Yep.
And I really don't care where you go. That's another thing I'm sick of hearing. Y'all go where the fuck you want. I promise you can. I don't. There's nothing I can do to stop it. I don't care.
No, I don't care. But I'm going to say this because I promised myself for all the times that I relentlessly criticised and badmouthed 6 Up, I promised myself that I would do the same in the opposite direction for as long as it takes. You don't like 6 Up because you love Ziggy. That's fair enough. A lot of us have been there. You don't know 6 Up. I do know 6 Up now. I've got to know her very closely over the last year. I speak to her pretty much every day online, and I love her like she would actually be a sister. Regardless of all the challenges she has got, and you lot made hay with some of them recently, she puts her head down, she gets on, she does the work, and she moves her life forward. And some of you fuckers could do with doing the same thing.
You could.
Amen.
Yep, we love 6 Up. We love you, 6 Up.
in Empress Ziggy's chat room, I enjoy watching both your channels. Now, nobody bothered to ask me why the fuck I enjoy it.
Don't care.
No one cares.
No one cares. That's the thing. You're a very confused woman. No one cares. No one's been checking for you. No one's been checking for Ziggy. Are you mad that no one is asking you? I don't know who you are talking to, but I haven't said anything about where you go.
No, you bounce. I said bye.
I don't ask TJ why she likes coffee. I don't ask Soup why she likes 90 Day Fiancé. They don't ask me why I like Gay Pirates. We like what we like, and we get on with it.
But you really wanted to perform. And that's the question I really have here, Lip Locked, is why are you always performing? I don't feel like any of what you do is authentic. Watch this.
No, everything is like a soliloquy from Hamlet. It's like, really, can you not just get to the local amateur dramatic society and get it out of your system once and for all?
Really?
Well, for one thing, I like Ziggy's personality. I think she's perky, effervescent, and cute.
That's some funny shit right there.
Yeah. Now,
That is genuinely,
bills on time too.
that is genuinely the funniest thing I've heard today.
Right. That's funny.
Okay.
Perky. Okay.
It's fine. If that's what you think of her, that is fine. It's not what I think of her. But you know what, Lip Lock? No one was holding you up against the wall and saying, this is how I feel about Ziggy. You better fall in line. You love putting that out there like that's something that actually happened.
I mean, Ziggy has a bunch of people in there, so there's other people that must find something, that they enjoy about Ziggy.
There's nothing we can do about it.
I watch Ziggy every now and again because it's
comic
fucking
relief.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
she doesn't sit still. Like you just like, what is she doing? What is she? Is she wearing pants? I don't think she's wearing pants. I mean, I watch her for the comedy occasionally.
Herself knows about 50 to 60% of the time, I don't fucking agree with what she's talking about or how she's talking about it. She knows that. I love her.
Thank you for being honest.
I don't have to.
That is the most honest thing that you've said. And you could have said that from the start without having to make Cindy out to be a liar, without having to make us into a negative thing. You couldn't do that. You're saying it now, but you're doing it in the context of saying that we are somehow judging you for that. Nobody really cares where you go or what you do. We all know that you have this inexplicable affection for one of the biggest scam artists and troublemakers in this sector because you find her cute and perky. Congratulations. You are one of these people who watches reality TV and you've brought that mentality into true crime. Well done.
Damn.
And we never
mic drop. I think Pearl just really nailed everything right there. Damn.
But we never criticized her, or when we said that we were disappointed, it was never about the fact that she was over at Ziggy's. It was for what she said at Ziggy's that we were disappointed in her with.
Yeah. But she, again, nobody has said anything to her, made her feel any way. This is all in her head, and it keeps projecting. It keeps coming out like this, too. And nobody's in her chat trolling her. Nobody's bothering her, but here she is acting a nut.
I fucking agree with what she says in order to support, as a viewer, her channel. I watch Empress Ziggy because it is soothing to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get
Can I
it.
just
Ziggy is
say,
extremely soothing to watch. I watch her to relax myself.
All
I keep
that shuffling.
I try.
yes, the shuffling is very restful. But can I say, jokes apart about the worthlessness of Ziggy's readings and her wire waving and all the other fake sort of higher power bullshit that she comes out with, can I just say this? You are somebody who has pinned your reputation on the fact that you never wanted to monetize your channel the way you talked about Summer. You've always put forward how strongly you feel about Summer's dignity, and that is something that I did actually respect you for. But you have just said that you find it soothing to watch a channel where Ziggy lies about people and does readings about Summer. These two things are inconsistent. You can't stake your claim on protecting and upholding the dignity and respect for Summer and then say that you enjoy Empress Ziggy. It doesn't make logical sense.
Empress Ziggy. When you say that, though, I can't. Oh.
Empress Ziggy Hill.
I can listen to Ziggy do tarot card readings for other folks. Making money, Ziggy, making money to pay her bills. The way you cocksuckers out there wanted her to.
Can you pause there? Please don't talk about my technique. I know that people are envious of it. I am a renowned cocksucker, admittedly only to an audience of one, but I prefer you didn't talk about it. I don't like to brag. I don't wish you to brag for me.
Oh, God, Pearl. Yeah, this is just so over the top, too. Like, I don't know what she thinks Ziggy's doing to pay her bills, but I guess, hey, y'all, quit your jobs. You ain't got to work anymore. Don't clock in tomorrow. Get a YouTube channel and bum your audience. Lip locked approved.
So now Ziggy's got a channel where she's doing something people enjoy, has a nice drama-free chat room where everybody supports one another, whether they're into tarot reading or not.
Ooh, 6 up gifted, and Jenny gifted 5 memberships. If you get one, make sure you thank 6 up. And
Thank you, ladies. Welcome to membership.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Make
We'll
sure
play you a
you
song later.
sign up to go into the bingo hall because we'll be passing those cards out soon.
Yeah, these old bitches got bingo for you. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Welcome to Old Bitch Bingo.
Ziggy is working and making money to pay her bills, which is what you motherfuckers wanted, and that ain't enough. Now you got to make fun of that and attack.
Ziggy got a job?
She's talking about the tarot card reading. I don't have a problem with people making money anyway. But the thing is, I don't automatically have to respect the way the people make money. I believe that she's lying for tips. That's my personal view. Other people have a different view. People want to be willingly lied to for money. That's down to them. I don't have to respect it.
No, and I can make fun of it.
The facts show that, in fact, she's not earning enough to pay her own bills, is she? Just look at her Nightbot on her main channel, constantly begging for money for things and also for Fred. 2 perfectly able-bodied people in their 40s who could get a job. I've said this many times before. Yeah. I would swap bodies with Ziggy in an instant and I would pay her debts off because I would get off my arse and do a job if I could actually get up and do it. I don't really care what you think about our opinion of Ziggy. It shouldn't matter to you. Right. You say yourself that you're only concerned with your opinion of Ziggy, so stick with that.
Please stop worrying about ours. But you can't. Thank you, Carrie, for the $9.99 super chat. She says, "Great to see you all. I've missed you. Signed, a motherfucker."
Can I just add an addendum to what I just said?
Yep.
My opinion has now changed. I would not swap bodies with Ziggy because there is no way I'm letting that man lay a hand on me. Forget about it.
Right.
I will stick with the wheels and the no debts. I'm fine, thank you.
And I want to thank Ert, also gifted a membership. Thank you, Ert.
Thank you, Ert. All right.
At me because I fucking enjoy it. Well, to you sons of bitches, you can sit on this and spin. Because until you start paying my fucking bills, when you start buying the food that goes on my table, when you start buying the shoes that go on my feet, and when you start paying for my internet and my fucking phone time, then you sons of bitches have some.
Oh, now let me go back to that comment there.
See how this works.
When you're the person who puts the shoes on my feet. Well. You remember when the reason that you cleared out of this channel and decided that you preferred Ziggy to us, which of course you're entitled to do, you decided that you had been lied to all the time you were here. You had been lied to, and that the story about Cindy wasn't actually the way it went down. And Cindy has a right to an opinion on what you think for two reasons. One, she didn't lie. She told the truth. We told the truth alongside her. And two, Cindy did actually buy your shoes, didn't she? Do you remember?
I
do.
remember.
They were a really lovely pair of shoes that you saw when Ziggy had them on sale, and you couldn't afford them. And the ever gracious Cindy, because that's what Cindy's like, she loves to help people, and boy did Ziggy exploit the shit out of that. She bought those shoes, and that Ziggy posted them to you. So Cindy has a right to an opinion on you and what you do. Unfortunately, she's not here, but we'll take her. We'll take a moment for her.
Oh yeah. And what are you doing with this? I mean, you are really screaming like that in your kitchen. Why? The people can hear you. Oh, I tell you, if I was screaming like this and nothing had even happened, my family would be like, what is going on? Do we need to get you checked out? Like this, shut the laptop, unplug the computer. I mean, this is really too much. Thank you, TJ, for Tanga's tattoo. Just, you don't have to do all this. Nobody, like I keep saying, nobody's bothered you. And this is your reaction to nothing even happening. Okay.
Something to say about what fucking YouTube channels I watch and chat in. Otherwise, fuck all of you motherfuckers. Circle Jerks and Six Up Media and every goddamn one of you cocksucking sons of bitches that have no real life.
It's a year ago. Okay, we got you.
Yeah, first of all, Lolita ain't been live in, like I said, almost a year. The Jerks haven't said anything about you since that last, God, that's been 4 months ago, I think. What are you having a fit about?
Hey, we pay good money for that dick. She needs to shut up.
That's true.
That's right.
This is wild.
Except to criticize, drag, and bring down other people.
Well, I'm so glad that you don't criticize people because obviously it's something that is unnatural to you. You would never dream of criticizing somebody, screaming into the camera at the top of your voice about them, how much you hate them, how they're a bunch of cocksuckers. No, you would never do that.
The hypocrisy. Lady, do you hear what's screaming out of bellowing out of your mouth? Look at your face. You're so triggered. Nothing has how many times have I said it enough? Nothing has happened. Nothing.
A random person apparently mentioned us in the chat, and that was enough to strike up this complete meltdown.
Really?
Here's the funny part. That person hasn't even mentioned us yet.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh, I misunderstood because I didn't actually watch this live, so I must have watched the
I
things
didn't
out of
either,
order.
actually.
So we haven't even, random person hasn't even mentioned us yet. We haven't mentioned her. No trolling. Nothing has happened. And
I think what must have happened is because we played the Fred song.
Oh
Ziggy's
my
probably
God.
annoyed, and Ziggy's annoyance is being channeled through, her adoptive grandma's face at huge volume.
That's it. That's it. It's the song.
She's so mad. We're gonna play it again.
We are now.
And because you know how Ziggy is, and you know how Lip Locked is. She's like, I will perform for you. Watch out. And she did it. God, Ziggy.
That song is fire. I'm gonna buy the rights from Crystal, make it our theme.
She's gone full Scarlett O'Hara. As God is my witness.
Wow, this is unbelievable. Lip Lock, honey. Just chill out. You're doing too much. Does she break out in song again?
Yeah, at the very end, she breaks out into Amazing Grace.
We are not.
Yeah, he does.
Playing that.
Okay.
Please
Yeah,
don't
make
play
sure
that.
you play that because that's
You're
freaking
tedious.
hilarious.
You're boring as shit.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
Tedious and boring as shit. You loved it over here, Lip Locked, until I love how this works. You're all the horrible things that I can make up in my own head here. Okay,
So when she said she loved us, then she was lying?
I'd
like to apologise for being tedious and boring. And thank you, the 240 odd people in here watching me be tedious and boring. I appreciate your patience. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. We'll try to step it up.
And we all know how boring shit can be. Unless you're Jody Sue Brown shitting in a goddamn bucket. And Lord, forgive me for taking the Lord's name in vain. I am so sorry.
Excuse you. That wasn't shit and urine in a bucket. That was the famous Tennessee lava lamp.
She takes the Lord's name in vain, and look how she acts. She's like, forgive me. Forgive me. This is performative. I keep saying it. I can't say it enough, y'all. Nothing she does is authentic. This is nothing but an act for her. She has found her stage, and she's going to utilize it to the fullest.
I'm so sorry. Y'all know I don't do GD. I'm so sorry.
Oh no. See, this is what we've done. We have pushed this poor old woman to saying, God damn. I'm ashamed of all of you. This is it. I'm finished with a lot of you tonight. It's done. Over.
I'm unsubscribing.
Take my wrench.
Take my wrench, and I'm not going to membership again. This is what she wants. This is what she wants. She wants it to look like we did this, that she got so worked up that she said the Lord's name in vain. It's the jerks. Girl, this is embarrassing. I'm just going to tell you, you're embarrassing yourself right here. You should stop. I keep telling you, this is not a good look for you. And I'm not the only one that feels this way. But carry on. A few more minutes.
Please forgive me. Because I enjoy watching both her channels. When I put on Empress Ziggy, it's usually at a time of day that I'm preparing supper for the person who does pay for all of those things. My husband.
Do you want to
knows
medal?
Exactly what I do on YouTube.
Do you want to medal for doing that? You prepare food for the person you love, and this is somehow some big take.
And the jerks did that too, I guess. I don't know what your aiming at here, but again, it's a fail. Every time you do this, it's a fail.
Maybe she could teach Ziggy how to do that.
Yeah, why don't you try that? I don't know. I'm still going to talk about Ziggy when I want to. I'm still going to clown on her when I want to. You're still going to perform these little shows you do for your audience. You're still going to have them little girls making your little clips for. I don't care. Nothing is going to change. I promise. I don't care. Just stop getting yourself so worked up like this. Even though I know it's an act, you're putting on so much, you could work yourself up into something could happen. And I don't want that. I suggest you just stop. Your subscribers will be there. You don't have to do all this right here. Nothing happened. God. So I guess after this, she breaks out into Amazing Grace. I am not going to have my soul cringe that bad. I'm not.
No, please don't.
I don't know what else to say about this right here. It's just, again, we don't bother. We coexist with her in some chats. Don't make any slick comments to her, not any subliminal comments. She tries, doesn't work. We behave. I don't know. I guess she...
Right, Carrie? She must go to the Church of PG.
Yes, the Church of Prayer Garden. Excuse me for saying that. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know I don't.
I just don't know what to make of it. I can't understand. Most of all, regardless of the Ziggy aspect, if it was somebody else and it wasn't Ziggy, okay? Let's say it was just a random person doing tarot on YouTube. I still would not be able to understand how you can take one position about respecting and upholding the dignity of Summer Wells's life and then say that your sort of happy, restful place is a channel where on several occasions the person who runs the channel has done tarot card readings about whether this poor child was abused and is she dead and what has happened to her. These two things are majorly inconsistent. I don't think it's me who's got that wrong.
No. I think that her dear granddaughter embarrasses her and she's stuck. I don't know. To me, I don't know. I don't think that she's ever being real with herself. Whatever this is, I don't know what it is. She's got an odd fondness for Ziggy. And maybe she's embarrassed by Ziggy's behavior and she's not going to call it out. So she'll pretend that the jerks did something or Six Up did something to her. And maybe it just all comes out like that. I don't know. I just feel there's something behind it. Ziggy's donors opened their purses for squealing. It looks like Lip Lock took notice.
We love hearing that piggy squeal.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. But it does work for Ziggy. It works for Ziggy. And Lip Locked is like, you know what? Let me try it. But she's done this for a while. Even when I was subscribed to her, sometimes I would be like, ugh, that's too much.
And for anybody who wasn't around for our last show, can I just take this opportunity while Ziggy is being mentioned to reiterate that regardless of what Ziggy has said and what assumptions Ziggy makes, the Cindy who is associated with the jerks is not the Cindy who so proudly said that they'd found social services about Fred. It's a totally different Cindy, spelt a different way, different face, different age group, different chat.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I heard that. And you know what? Go for it. Make your money. Lip lock, if you want to monetize your channel, you should. I don't see anything wrong with monetization. And I know
I never saw anything wrong with her monetizing it before. She was the person who made a big deal about it.
Yeah. And I will say this. I know that there is some aggravation about tragedy pimps, the anti-tragedy pimps. I'll say this. I still have my stance that I had before. I do not think everybody that does this is a tragedy pimp. I don't. I
Love
think
you, Jenny.
I think some people do this because it's, you know, they're passionate about it. There are some people that really are on the side of, you don't talk about true crime and monetize your channel. They're okay. I am not upset, or this sounded better in my head than what it's coming out has. I don't go around calling everybody a tragedy pimp. That's not my thing. Y'all know how I am. It's not. And there's some people I do think that probably really are the shares of the YouTube.
Yeah, I think that when you're creating stories and you are getting personally involved negatively with families, and you're also expecting people to give every bit of money that they've got, then you are using somebody else's tragedy to improve your life. And that is tragedy pimping to me.
Yeah.
Everybody finds their own definition of it. If she wants to monetize, that's fine. But like I said, the only person who made a big deal about the sort of honourable stance of not being monetized was Lip Lock. Nobody else said that to her.
Yeah. That's true. That was only her thing. I don't think YouTube promotes unmonetized channels as much. True crime should not be post outside forums of payment, in my opinion. Yeah. And look, there are some people that feel strongly about that. You know, it gets slippery right there. I feel like it does. One reason I wouldn't do true crime, because you have to be so careful with everything. The information you're putting out. Are you monetized? You know, I remember when there were certain things going on in the sector and somebody would live stream it, you know, were they running their Cash App? Was monetization on? It's just too much. And I can see how some people do nitpick about it. And then some people are actually doing it. Okay. They're just straight out pimping.
Right. Pimping hard.
Yep.
Expecting it to be subscribers' problems about what bill they have put off and have not paid. I.e. electric bills, gas bills, rent, etc.
Even Nita quit begging.
Even Nita quit begging. Yeah. I remember you telling us that, Tanka, last week. Even Nita has come back with a different attitude and not asking for money like she was. See, that's when I feel like there's a problem, is when you're opening up bills online, talking about this is getting cut off next week. Can y'all help me? Like, I understand there are some situations where you might need help, but like every month you're opening up your bills online and talking about this is getting cut off. Here's the account number. Your Nightbot's dropping it every 2 minutes. Like, what? This ain't what I came to your channel for. I ain't paying you damn bills.
Yeah,
I
my
think
thing-
at the point where you marry, and not only do you expect people to support you, but you then start expecting them to support your new husband's rehabilitation, I think perhaps that's reached the peak.
right?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to a new low when you're begging for your subscribers to buy your boyfriend some underwear.
Right. That really happened, TJ.
I know.
Like,
I mean,
she
that's
right.
pretty bad.
That's bad. Like, why do you have your now what then boyfriend, now husband's size of drawers on? What? I ain't buying this mofo underwear. Stop.
Here's the thing, though. Like, everybody has hard times, and if anybody, not even her in specific, but if anybody comes on once in a while and something happens, everybody has that shit happen. You know what I mean? Everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
But it can't be every bill, every meal, everything. That's a problem.
If you have a problem every month, you are the problem.
Yeah.
Your problem is that you need to find a better source of income.
Yeah. I don't care to help anybody, but when they're not willing to help themselves, then I got an
Right.
issue.
And I definitely, if you're grown enough, you can get married to somebody that's, Fred Hill, let's just say it. You two are in your 40s. Man, figure it out. It ain't nobody's problem. And I can say that, and I will say it. That's my stance on it.
But if you are not working, you don't have a job, you don't have a car, you're begging for rent and have to beg to pay your bills, why in the hell would you marry a man that's in the same boat you are?
Right?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you marry a guy that's got a job and
Level
a
up.
car?
Shouldn't you be leveling up in life? I mean,
Right.
you can't get mad at other people.
No, she just wanted to marry her equal.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes, the old equally yoked scenario.
Yeah.
What we used to always say on here, your vibe finds your tribe. She definitely found hers.
Yep.
That's where she's vibing. Ben Hill.
She found her thrills.
Can
Ben Hill.
play the Fred song?
Oh, God, Tanga, you love that Fred song.
So do you. So do you.
It is
Tanga
good,
more.
though. It is a good song.
Yeah, but Tanga's like, she found it. She was sharing. Look at this. Look.
I was dying. It was so fun. I listened to it for 30 straight minutes, just crying until I had tears running down my face.
Oh, it was funny. Let me find it. And I think this is what set it off, y'all, is this song. I bet Ziggy had a fit about this, and Lip Lock was like, Lip Lock to the rescue. She said, looky here. I will yell, and then I will break out in song. Oh, God. Here we go. I'm going to play this one more time.
Name a hillbilly with a cold. Always high, always looking for his next load. Snitching on everyone, causing a commotion in this little county where secrets aren't safe from the notion. Living in a trailer with a mind full of weed. Fred's always scheming, planting bad seeds. Is you to create a wife? They're a team ripping folks off. It's all part of their twisted dream. Fred's got a drug problem, ain't no doubt about that. Cocaine and meth, they got him hooked, that's a fact. He'll snitch on his mama, his cousin, and his brother. No one's safe from Fred, he's like no other. other. They got him booked, that's a fact. No snitch on his mama, his cousin and his brother. No one's safe from Freddy's like no other.
Oh God! Even you get blocked.
Such a good song.
That's
And
wonderful.
seriously, the guitar solo is fire.
It is.
He's like no other. Else snitch on his brother.
Oh,
Lip
Wee, that's a
lock.
great idea. A flash mob, a flash mob line dance group. Hey, Andy.
The real Andy B. Why marry a dope head and then ask people to pay for you to be? Exactly. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Because
Wow.
it's the Ziggy way, my friend.
Oh, hell, folks. Andy B is in our chat. It's going to be full U-Haul tonight.
It will. Oh my God.
Thanks a
Full
lot,
U-Haul.
Andy B. Thanks a lot.
Liplock will be squalling and singing 5 songs tomorrow.
Careful, Liplock. He'll snitch on you too.
That's why
Hank has
Soup
been
didn't
dying
wanna
to say
play
that.
Soup didn't want to play that song again because it gets stuck in her head. Soup's going to be singing that all night.
It's the only country song Soup likes.
And I hate country. Oh, I hate it. I can't. But I could. That's funny, so I could deal with it.
Oh, neither does she. So they don't got a driver's license between them. That's really cool.
I don't believe that he does dope anymore. But I hear he's a big fan of whipped cream.
What? I
I'm
feel
sick.
like I'm missing something in this story.
The Whippets.
Oh,
I had a totally different idea. All right, Whippets. Very good.
Whippets.
I
Carry on.
believe that's where Pearl was going.
Yes,
that
that's
If she
usually
was
how
talking about
people...
whipped cream about anything else, I do not want to know.
No, please keep your pervy ideas to yourself. I am an innocent and I do not wish to know.
Oh, please.
Gay pirates. No, you're not.
Andy says
They
Ben
were
Hill won't
laughing
even
at
take
me
them.
earlier.
There's no Ben Hill for them.
There's no Ben Hill for them. That's right. Speaking of,
Well, how is she going to be Ben Hill royalty with no Ben Hill, Andy?
wait a minute. Fred don't have a driver's license.
Of course not.
Ziggy don't either, does she?
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
Remember, she had to put like a
Hellfire.
thing on the ignition to blow into. to
Oh
get a
yeah, that's
license,
right.
and then she didn't have a car to put it on, so
From years ago, she had to pay.
yeah.
Yep, I do. I
so-
remember it now. See, I don't watch Ziggy like they think. That's funny.
No.
I think they go in there. I bet you they go in
Yes,
there. a lot.
interlock. That's what. That's what.
Interlock. Yep.
We
Thank
love
you.
you, Ert.
Hey,
It was
Metal
really
Clips,
funny
thank
the one
you.
time.
Thank you.
It was really funny the one time that we did actually watch her as a group, which we never do. Because
Rare.
we were catching up because we hadn't been live for a month. So we watched a couple of things together to try and get some feel for what was going down on the streets of YouTube. And the minute we tune in, she's mentioning us. But we're the people who are obsessed who keep talking about her.
Yeah.
Okay.
She says she doesn't even talk about us. Every time, like we happen to pop in, why is it the jerks? The jerks, the jerks, the jerks.
The merry little jerks. The jerks. The jerks. The merry little jerks. Come on now.
That's the most pep I've ever heard you have.
But look, it really doesn't go down like that. We really don't watch her like that. We ain't sending people in to troll. We don't troll her. Lord.
We only want her to try to play, when we're playing Guess What's on the Ceiling. Then,
I'm sorry to be the foreigner here, but I'm really puzzled by something. Do you not have to show ID when you apply for a marriage license in America? Because you do over here.
You do. Yep.
She could get she can get an ID card. It doesn't have to be a driver's license, so that might be what she did.
Well, she says Fred doesn't have any valid ID. Then how did they get a marriage license?
Maybe he used his jail papers. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, now
I just wondered. I was confused.
Because you do have to show a valid ID. How would he not have an ID, though? Like, even if you can't get a driver's license, you can go get an ID. How do you go through life without an ID in America now?
See, Fred should have the prison ID they released him they give them when released.
Yeah. Oh, well.
So maybe he is that. That would be embarrassing.
He has an ID? Okay. His violent report. He has an ID.
I love her.
Oh, shit. Now, you see what happened, Lip Lock? All that hollering you did got me talking. See, now we're talking about Ziggy. You don't do her any favors, do you?
Well, she didn't today because we had a whole different plan. We weren't talking about Ziggy at all.
Nope. Yeah, you did real good, send off dummy.
I need for a moment to put up the disclaimer, even if it's for 5 seconds.
Oh, yes.
We always have to.
Did I lose sound? Oh, yeah. That one. Please read and be advised. The jerks are not responsible for your inability to handle your emotions when we're discussing Ziggy. Please be advised. I don't care. I'll never care.
Listen well, ham chunk.
Oh, which brings us to another topic, handily enough, which is the strange concept people have of the misuse of Ozempic. I gather it was talked about within this sector earlier today. The ham chunk thing reminded me that Julie said. There's some somebody was saying that there's some problem with insulin production because of them making Ozempic. I mean, these things are not alike in any way.
No.
I don't think you truly understand what Ozempic is. Ozempic and sister medications that do the same thing are designed for people with diabetes type 2 to reduce their, is it A1C?
Yes,
I can never remember which way around it goes. To reduce that, to make sure that it doesn't do further damage to their body. Now, for a lot of people, that works on insulin resistance in their body. And as a result, they lose weight. But that's not the main focus of it. The main focus is to reduce the A1C levels because they're dangerous to different kidney function, whether your arteries start to harden, all these sort of things. There's a real health benefit to it. And
now, insulin on the other hand.
Sorry, darling?
I was just going to say, insulin on the other hand, people would not use insulin to lose weight because, in fact, insulin can cause you to gain weight. It's one of the side effects.
We went medical.
We did. Google it.
She said, Google it.
I think it's really important, though, because nobody should be judged for their properly prescribed use of Ozempic. Before anybody jumps to conclusions, I don't use it. But I do know that it has made some people's lives infinitely better, not from a weight loss aspect, from the actual improving their type 2 diabetes. And that is a good thing. It's nothing to do with other people's opportunity to get insulin. These are not in any way comparable. Okay, there's lots of gossip and lots of newspaper coverage of famous people who have used similar medications to Ozempic to lose weight when they're not actually type 2 diabetics. That is between them and their private doctor who is prescribing it. You can criticize that if you want, but it doesn't mean that you have any valid criticism of the medication itself. And those people who are using it exactly as it was intended, exactly the reason it was developed for, and in exactly the way that their doctors prescribe it, don't sort of just don't condemn people when you have no idea what is
Right.
actually going on. And to complain about the availability of your own medication because another medication is making the news is stupid. That is just a supply and demand problem, and it happens
Yeah.
in all forms of commerce. If demand outweighs supply, there are problems, but it is nothing to do with people having a medication. It's to do with the people who are manufacturing it. So
Right.
if you've got frustrations, aim them at the right people.
Exactly. And the weight loss medication that's also the Ozempic that's used with type 2, it does help type 2 diabetics lose weight.
Big hugs, Katie.
The company also makes another medication that is not prescribed to diabetics that actually is more effective in taking off weight in non-diabetics. So why wouldn't
I don't even know how we got here.
that? Well, it's just because it was a topic.
I got
that
here because
came
ham
up.
chunk was mentioned, and my the way my brain worked was ham chunk,
Sorry.
weight problems, Ozempic, because we've been talking about Ozempic earlier,
Yes.
and somebody close to us is actually currently using Ozempic. They were diagnosed as being perfect for it, and it is improving their lives immeasurably, and it is making their type 2 diabetes far more manageable and making sure it does less damage to their body. And when you say these sort of things, you really hurt people who are already doing their best to keep themselves healthy. So, like, be more informed. That's all I've got to say about it. Be more informed.
Yeah, there was a problem with insulin, but that's not the same as Ozempic. It just isn't.
No,
And
it's not.
they, each have had their issues with manufacturing issues, but that's supposed to be corrected. So hopefully
That's not
people
good.
will be able to get their insulin because there was a little shortage.
That's what Relevant said. Her diabetic meds are low. Still waiting for my once a weeker.
And that is a real issue. I'm not downplaying that at all. It is imperative that that manufacturers get these things under control. But what normally happens in this situation is it's not to do with they're making more Ozempic. Whenever you hear these things, like when there was a problem with baby formula, it inevitably comes down to there was a manufacturing issue, there was contamination, everything had to be shut down. Everything had to be redone, and that means there was a massive gap in the manufacturing program.
Right.
Every time I've ever seen a shortage about things, if you look into it, it always comes down to either machinery, it gets broken and that becomes part of what is being produced, or there's bacteria that has somehow got into the system and they have to scrap a whole load of stuff and they lose about like a month or two's product. And then they're playing catch up to try and get back to levels. Meanwhile, people are struggling because they actually need these things. But it is never about something else being made more of for money. We like to think that, but it is usually the fuck up scenario is usually the one that is true.
Yeah, that's true, Pearl. You're right.
And as we points out, we are just having a discussion. We
are not doctors. Yeah,
we're not doctors. We don't play it
and we
on
don't play
YouTube.
one on YouTube.
Speak to your physicians.
That's right.
Pearl is an expert.
Not take our this
Tanga
is
is
for
a man.
discussion purposes only.
She went to the doctor.
Actually, I've been under the doctor for 35 years, and yet my health is still terrible. I don't know what he's doing wrong.
Tanga is
Pushing
a
the right
riot
buttons.
today. She got a wrench somewhere.
She's
she's
giddy.
ruling the world.
She's so giddy over it.
I came in when we were backstage. Bugsy was back there by herself. I came in playing This Girl Is on Fire. She was laughing at me.
Oh, you're crazy.
With her face tattoo.
These lot were laughing at me earlier before we came live because, as you may or may not know, when I was a teenager, I aspired to being a nun, and they're all like, "No, we can't imagine it. We can't imagine it."
There's
Everything
no way.
from the keeping silent to the not being a fan of gay pirates, they were ripping me.
Well, she was telling us she ain't even got a strike against her credit. Okay. I was like, all right, Pearl. Okay, back here bragging. She's like, no, because when I was younger, I aspired to be a nun. So I kept my record clean.
Hard to believe that Pearl was not a little bit naughty as a youngster, you know? It's
It was
just, I
probably
can't
my
imagine.
saving grace. I probably would have gone really right off the rails. And it would have been that time when I was inside. I have no complaints on that front at all. I'm fine, thank you. Not to avail there.
She's thankful she didn't become a nun.
Well, that's what happened in the classic move. I wanted to be a nun, and then I met a guy.
That'll
I
do
say
it.
that does happen quite a bit.
It's always
Are you
better if
saying
you
you
do it
cheated
that
on
way
Jesus?
round, though, isn't it?
Mhm.
Rather than becoming a nun and then meeting a guy.
Yeah, because then you
You heard it here first. Pearl cheated on Jesus.
Take it.
Now should we sing Amazing Grace?
Nobody else give her a wrench. Oh God.
I'm just a girl who can't say no.
Pearl cheated on Jesus. Oh God, I'm gonna clip that.
Oh, it's been a day for me.
Well, there you go. That's a conversation stopper right there.
Perp did ban Jesus from her chat. I remember that when she blocked Jesus Christ.
Wait, Perp banned Jesus from her chat.
She bans Jesus, but she doesn't ban Satan.
She blocked Jesus Christ.
Somebody came
Not
in with the name
Satan?
Jesus Christ, and she said, "No, we're not having that in here. Block him."
Oh my God. Oh.
That damn purple.
Right, Acuna, Jesus don't need this right now. He's going through a lot.
Copy. Hey mods, I need you to copy and paste this, okay, to your clipboard. Soup don't need this right now. She's going through a lot. Okay, just trust me on this.
Drop it periodically.
Yeah, just periodically. Soup don't need this right now. She's going through a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had to mute. That absolutely killed me. Jesus, don't need this right now.
The chick blocking Jesus from her chat. That's crazy, Kurt.
That's right, relevant.
Sister Pearl.
Did you ever see? The film 21 Jump Street? I
Yes.
wasn't a mad fan of the whole film, but I laughed like hell at the
God.
leave Korean Jesus alone. He's got Korean shit to deal with.
Oh God, that brings back memories. I hate the jerks. Live like that.
They're boring. Those old bats.
I heard they're really
I
boring.
told you.
They're boring. And what other stupid word did she use? Tedious.
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 I don't think that applies. Right?
Well, she said two words that were the same thing.
Well, yeah, they're synonymous.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know,
Stars. I know what
Yes,
you're
sir.
doing. Stars. I see Leah.
Stars is going for it.
Don't ever tell the jerks what you hate. They will torture you with it. And the chatters will too.
Yep.
I can't help myself. I'm like the sibling you never wanted.
No. Yeah.
I still love that it took you like months to realize that it was in the rules of the channel when they first chat for the first time.
Oh God, yeah. It does take me a while. I don't know. I'll notice some things, and some things I just don't pay attention to.
Like that song in the bingo hall.
I didn't know it was a song. Deal you in there singing. Oh, D.I. Oh, wait. Yeah. Now I got it. Yeah. It still went over my head.
It's okay, Sue. We love you anyway.
But you'd notice if one of those was tossed over your head.
Yeah, literally. It's still flying over. That's true. One should only use words they can spell, and you should probably know the definition too.
Yeah, when Soup sees live, laugh, love on your wall or t-shirt or anything, what she reads is live, laugh, lobotomy, and she writes you off immediately.
I want to say, yeah, I do. I want to jerk that thing off the wall and say, what is the matter with you? Why is this hanging on your wall? And I'm probably going to offend people that have it, but I hate live, laugh, love. I hate signs that say kitchen. I hate signs that say laundry room.
Why do you need that? Like you're not sure what room you walked into?
That's what I think. It's so stupid to me. Like, I know this is the kitchen. Why is there a sign up there that in your house telling me this is your kitchen? I'm standing in there's a washer and dryer here.
Because when you get older, one day you
might get lost in your own house.
You might get lost finding it.
It's
I need directions.
God, I hate it.
I need a blinking arrow to my bathroom.
I can't explain my disdain, but I absolutely hate it. Mom won't even buy that stuff. I'm like, Mom, don't think about it.
Okay, but when your mom calls you because she is lost in her house,
she won't be lost in her house. There's no way.
She's like, there's a stove here, but I'm not sure what room I'm in. Come help me.
We lived hundreds of years without these stupid decorations. I can't stand them. I'm getting really hyped up about this. I do.
When you said just though, I cannot explain my disdain. I thought you were going to break into like a Kendrick Lamar level diss track because that is a hell of a bar.
I was thinking that.
My disdain.
Somebody put a beat on that. Okay, anybody? I was thinking that, Pearl. I think this could go further. Yep. Live, laugh, and cursive. I can't stand y'all. Oh, goodness. All right, y'all. You think we should end it here?
Yeah, I've got to get going anyway.
I do too.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Super busy.
Yeah, I hear you back there. You're making a lot of noise.
It's a shame nobody turned up. It's still telling us that there are 0 people here.
We had nobody show up to our live. It's such a damn shame.
YouTube is broke.
Well, it's because Lipbox said we're boring and now nobody came to our live. Look at that. She's so powerful.
What?
I'm not repeating that bullshit.
Okay. I'm still stuck on signs I hate.
Okay, so just before we go, new members, we have some new members that were gifted memberships. The community tab you'll see has a members post on there, and that is where the Discord link is. If you'd like to join that Discord, it is the Discord that we are going to use for our bingo game that we have coming up for members only.
Yep.
And it's going to be really fun, and it's different bingo than what you'd think. It's all based
it's not
on
numbers,
phrases.
it's phrases used within certain sectors of this sector, but we won't say any more than that on a live. But it will be fun. It was fun when we did it last time, and the Discord for it will just be about that. There won't be any other types of conversations in there that, so don't bring any personal stuff. There's always going to be some idiot who will join up and come in just to sort of screenshot stuff. Be prepared for that. So, we're going to discuss the bingo, and that's pretty much it.
Right. Who's going to sing the bingo song? Tanga, take it away. Soup left.
I'm not singing bingo song. That was a dirty song.
Can we have a rendition of Go Yourself for the BJ cultist?
Oh, she means it locked.
I'll sing the bingo song.
Okay, go ahead.
There was a farmer had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, that's where y'all come in.
Oh, okay. BINGO.
Yep, what she said.
You all
They're party poopers.
party poopers.
Look, we've got to live up to our reputation of being boring and tedious. We can't join in the song. That would just shatter the concept.
Oh, right. Back to being boring.
Somebody appears to be requesting a dildo in the chat. I think you may have got the wrong channel.
I hear there's some Timu ones somewhere on a few channels over.
Are you okay for doing the outro, Eliza, or am I doing it?
Everything seems to be functioning.
Excellent.
So, I can do that.
Boy, Soup left here like she leaves Discord, didn't she?
She did.
She left, and the last thing that she said was, "I'll be back in a moment." So we'll see her sometime tomorrow.
But she said that her husband, she had to get down and do something. Plus, her husband was talking, so she just left.
She had to get down and do something for her husband. I think that's where we need to draw the veil.
Let's leave it there. All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We love you guys. Appreciate you. And we will see you guys, like, I don't know when.
Maybe even Friday during the day. Just to be radical.
Ooh. Maybe.
Yep, when we come back, you'll see us.
Daytime live. Sounds good. See you there.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.
Good night.